Anatomical language is one of the fundamental languages of medicine. We may know the common or colloquial terms used to describe parts of the body, but we need a nomenclature that is universally known and accepted to communicate effectively with health professionals everywhere. Which brings us to the next. Sorry about that. It was starting to get kind of dramatic. Anyways, welcome to Curiosity Max. Now let's start learning. Let me start by saying, everything I said in the beginning was true. Anatomical language is essential to understand the basics of medicine, and for effective communication as well. But who developed this language? And what version of it do we follow now? From 1895 to 1955, the Basel Nomina Anatomica, created by the German Anatomical Society, was in use. This was followed by the Nomina Anatomica, by the International Congress of Anatomists, which stayed in effect till 1998, and the language we use at present is the Terminologia Anatomica, by the Federative Committee on Anatomical Terminology, and the International Federation of Associations of Anatomists. What I want to convey is that the Terminologia Anatomica is what we're following today. Now, we have an anatomical language, but what is the frame of reference? How do we avoid confusion when describing a structure from different directions? That's where the anatomical position comes into play. This is the anatomical position. It's the standard reference position, with regards to which all anatomical descriptions are made. In this position, the body is standing erect and facing forwards, upper limbs by the side, with the palms facing forwards and lower limbs together, with the toes facing forwards as well. So, remember to visualize the anatomical position when you read about an anatomical structure, as all descriptions are made with the assumption that the body is in the anatomical position. Moving on to the final part of this video, the anatomical planes. Anatomical planes are hypothetical planes that divide the body into sections. They help in studying the structural arrangement of organs and also in surgical planning. There are 4 imaginary planes that are applicable to a body in the anatomical position: median, sagittal, coronal, and transverse. The median plane passes longitudinally through the midlines of the head, neck and trunk, and divides the body into right and left halves. Please note, the term midline is erroneously used as a synonym for the median plane. The median plane and the midline are not the same. Any vertical plane, which passes parallel to the median plane, is a sagittal plane. Here, the plane in green is the median plane. And the plane parallel to it, in pink, is the sagittal plane. The coronal, or frontal plane, passes at right angles to the median plane. It divides the body into a front or anterior, and a back or posterior part. The transverse or horizontal plane passes at right angles to both the median and coronal planes. It divides the body into a superior or upper part and an inferior or lower part. Point to note: this is a transverse plane. And so is this. And this as well. Remember, the transverse plane does not necessarily divide the body into 2 equal halves. Here's another model to show you the coronal, median and transverse planes together. This is the coronal plane. The median. And this is the transverse. And we're done.